Hello, everyone. I'm Phalanges.
And I think I'll try defying my thirst with Prime. Whoops. Please sponsor us. Just kidding. No.
This is the MouseCast podcast for the week of Thursday, January 17th. We're going to be talking about Pulsar Crazylight. Price and release date has been teased. Also, what got us into gaming mice in the first place? We'll talk about our history with that.
We're looking at review ethics. When do you cross the line when reviewing a product? As well as talking about have we ever broken a mouse or a controller or just nerd rage in general when it comes to gaming?
Nerd
Because I never
rage.
do that.
So, as always, we do this podcast once a week. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications if this is something you are into, or share it with the other mouse nerd friends. We're too scared to share it with r/mousereview because they're going to downvote us into oblivion. So, as always, what's on your desk right now,
I talk
Dazz?
myself into posting it every week, and then I'm just like, no, it's not gonna go well.
I know it's not. I want someone else to organically bring it up somehow because we get good feedback on the comment section
Oh
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Aqua Control Pro Mid Neon's back on my desk because I used it for a short, and it hasn't left my desk since then. And then the Scyrox V6. I also have the Aula SC800, but it offends my hand, so I'm using the Scyrox instead.
Literally offends your hand.
Yep.
I got nothing too special. I have a Walhout in white because that's like what was the only one in stock, and also Centauri S10. Yep. Oh, I guess one small change is I have switched off of my Hall effect board. So I play Battlefield where Hall effect doesn't really matter that much because there's so much like character inertia that rapid movements aren't a thing. And this keyboard is actually one that I built. This is actually kind of cool. It's a Sync 75, if I can bring this up. Keybio Sync 75. I have Acco sponge switches in it. It's a split keyboard, but you can put it together and they like nest perfectly within one another. But I like made it myself with I used mahogany in like a brief period that I was between jobs. This was a little craft project.
Hmm.
Um, and then the base is actually kind of cool. I just cut and like glued pieces of silicone. But the thing is, when it sits, I wonder if I can turn off my light for this. When it sits on my desk, I get an RGB underglow. You can
Oh,
sort of see it
nice.
on my hands there. Yeah. And it has a volume knob. So, anyway. Yeah, Hall effect, I'm not missing it, at least when playing Battlefield. Alright.
I wouldn't be lying if I said I forgot to switch to my rapid profile on my Wooting half the time when I play Fortnite.
Yeah, well, you still have rapid trigger enabled, it's just less sensitive.
Yeah, I have like way lower actuation points on the rapid
Mm,
profile.
yeah.
But if I turn that on in everyday life, I just type like a moron. So yeah.
Yeah, and I don't get it. All these rapid trigger keyboards that are coming out from Aula, I sent you a link to one that's like $27.
Yep.
M-Chose, Mad Lions, or whatever. They're all like 35 gram force springs on a keyboard with a point 1 millimeter actuation. Like, why? I'm. Why don't they come with like 60, 70, 80 gram force springs like a Cherry MX Blackwood? So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that stuff's
order.
like a breeze rolls in and you just start typing.
Yeah, I know, seriously. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna order some springs because 70 gram force springs are like $3 on AliExpress. Let's jump into our first topic. So Nintendo Switch 2, not really like related to
You
what
had a Switch?
I don't know. I don't even have a Switch. I'm scared to play this video though. Anyway, if you guys have been living under a rock, well, maybe not. It's only 15 hours ago. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced. The only thing of note here is they feature mice.
And
See the
copyright strike.
Joy-Cons? I know, right? The Joy-Cons,
It's
they
a
have
me in
tails.
audio. Band.
This was posted
Sorry.
to r slash. Oh, you're fine. This was posted to r/mouse. I just didn't have anything to say. I was like, I was like, yeah. So they're acting like mice with the little cables here, right? This is what I don't know. My wife pointed out, and I was like, nuh-uh. They're just trying to be cutesy. Yeah, yeah. The whole
It's like
video's
my end game.
yeah. The video's like Nintendo's take on ASMR, sort of the way that anyway. Nintendo Switch 2 is out, or announced. I don't even know the details. We're not the best
This year.
source. Yeah, we're not the best source. 2025, releasing 2025.
Bought one for my wife. She played it for like a couple months, and it's been collecting dust since then. Rip.
Yeah. My wife plays Animal Crossing on hers and enjoys it, but she has the Animal Crossing edition. But it looks like this one's a bigger screen, like slightly different Joy-Cons. Everything's bigger. It has a kickstand. This video's 2 minutes long. You guys should go watch it if you care. Oh, release date is 4/2.
I tried to
2025.
watch my wife play Animal Crossing, but then I was trying to Google stuff in min-max for her, and she didn't want that, so I just said go away. Like I was like, go here, do this, take this, do that. No, no.
Yeah. My wife does like min-maxing. She's been getting into, oh my gosh, I should Google this. She's really into pocket planes. I keep calling it tiny planes. She's super into this mobile game. She'll be whining like, Eric, you're playing too much video games with your friends, and then she's downstairs playing pocket planes with the dog on her lap. And this whole game, it's all scheduling flights to different places, like when there's events going on and like getting the most
Mm-hmm.
money and best rates and whatever. So it's literally like a min-maxing scheduling game.
Yep. These,
Uh,
these mobile games will get you.
I guess so. I don't know.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. Game.
Okay. Next topic. How about a actually relevant topic? Melon, if you guys don't know, is a mouse reviewer, smaller channel. He's very in depth and he does a lot of teardowns. I'm not like a super huge fanboy of his or whatever, but kind of no major qualms. He is typically long format though. I mean, he'll do like initial impressions, disassembly, then like a full review, and then like gameplay in like a full like 13-minute long video. He gets a little rambly for my taste, but very in depth. Anyway, this video that you should go watch because we're not going to sit here and watch it. Um, I don't know. You just watched it. Can you summarize it better than I could, Daz?
Yeah, he basically got an opportunity that was too good to pass up to go work for xraypad. Sort of was like a media personality, but also doing some other stuff behind the scenes. But as a result of that, even though it wasn't given to him as like a set restriction, he's going to choose to not review anything from any company that is not xraypad, which is obviously very limiting to him.
Yeah.
So it's really great that he got that opportunity, and it's obviously his personal choice to do that
But
with
just to
whatever ramifications it may have.
clarify, pads and skates, because those are two markets that X-Ray Pad is in. Right.
Specializes in, yeah, exactly. And specializes in well, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of our discussion topic is my knee-jerk reaction to this. Daz and I already talked about this a little bit. Why it's a little bit disingenuous, I guess. Like maybe it crosses a little bit of an ethics line where see, I don't want to be like, oh, oh, Daz, I noticed on your YouTube channel you didn't review the latest Razer product. Are you a Razer hater? Are you a Logitech fanboy? You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess it's like good that he's been transparent about it, but it just feels a little bit, I don't know. If I was X-Ray Pad, I would want my media person to like review everything under the sun, do what's best for the community, be able to put our products up against other products so we can see how ours stacks up against, other competitors' innovations.
That's exactly how I thought about it too. Yeah. Again, it's his own decision. Don't judge him for it at all. But it's probably
Yeah.
not the decision I would have made.
Yeah.
I'm not in the situation, but I'm pretty sure it's not what I would have done. So
Did you get the impression this was his choice or this was a requirement by X-Ray Pad?
I've not watched the videos thoroughly enough, nor do I know him as a person. But like, it was portrayed as his decision, obviously. So
Yeah. I'd be curious.
seems like more of a company decision, but yeah, it's an interesting question.
What does he have to gain from limiting what he can review?
It's
So
weird, yeah. Like,
so
yeah.
to me it sounds like it wasn't so much a him decision beyond just, oh yeah, I'd rather take this job, and if this is what I have to do to take this job, then okay.
Which I'm cool with.
Yeah. This top comment, I guess, here says competition breeds growth and better products. Reviewing just one company is reducing yourself to a very limited set of products. You're the man for this job because you review everything you're interested on and have the knowledge to be able to test and tweak future products for us consumers. Congrats on the opportunity. I look forward to seeing what comes next.
Yeah,
Um,
basically sums our thoughts up right there.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. As part of a reviewer, you need to have an open mind. You need to have an open mind. It's as simple as that. Um,
And
I'm
he might
con.
still be testing those things, just not posting reviews about it. Like he'll probably still be
Yeah.
looking at products across the market to compare them to xraypad, but just potentially not sharing those thoughts as publicly, which
Mhm.
is sad for us. But
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean that's one thing. Like, imagine if he got even access to like testing utilities. You know, like imagine if Final Mouse and their X, what's their X, whatever their um latency tester is, which they made like open source and gave that to everyone. Imagine though if like only Final Mouse kept that as an internal only tool, and then if you
right,
were a Final Mouse safe influencer, then they would send it to just you because they knew you would promote it in a positive light. Like, that's tough then, because then a tool that powerful would be really good in reviews. You know, what if there was some, pad testing methodologies that they have that, yeah. I think if you're affiliated with a company and that company is giving you resources, if you can expand those resources to then prove out that X-ray pads are better products, to use Final Mouse's, is it XLAT?
it is XLAT, yeah.
Thank you. Final Mouse,
That's what aim adapt uses. Yeah,
right? Using XLAT to then just show, to compare other products, because Final Mouse is so confident in their own. Like, that would reflect really well on xraypad. But again, I don't know the details of.
right. And if that test shows xraypad's inferior, then use that in your own market research to then make your products better.
Yep.
I've been reached out to by a few companies with like options to collaborate, and like at first I wasn't sure on the products, but I mean, if it interests me in any way, and I'm just genuine with my review and give like my actual thoughts, like people can choose to watch the video or not, but at least hopefully they won't judge me for it. So,
Yep.
and if they do, yeah, suck it.
So yeah, yeah. Seriously, your job as a reviewer is to give your personal opinion. If you do a swing and a miss, from like the, you have to stay true to yourself, because that's what people are here for. They're here for your take, for your personality. Um,
Doesn't hurt anybody else. So,
yeah. Now, what about, let's say you're in Melon's position. Let's say you are given the opportunity to be a media marketing person or whatever. How might you want to navigate this? And I ask this because, like, one thought that came into my mind: what if Melon were to make a second YouTube channel that is his X-ray pad? No
mhm.
different than you see Reddit usernames, where it's their company profile, right? Not their personal.
The way I come with this would be, I guess, was he living off of YouTube income for money? I wouldn't imagine
I
so, based
doubt
on
it.
the
He
view
doesn't.
throughput. So is he then choosing this as a job to replace a different job he was doing? I mean, it all comes down to like, can you monetarily support yourself in this way? Because it sounds like he took a job with xraypad, right? Like a full-time position.
Well, oh, did he say full time? Because it might also not be.
I don't know if he specified that. I don't know if you want to watch the first like
Could even be
however long.
contract. Yeah, I know. I should have just. Could have been contract basis, like per review or something. I officially accept.
Position, accepting a position xraypad sounds like a job, but like you can have a
Yeah,
part-time position.
position.
So if
Because
he's still, yeah, I don't know.
he said
It's tough.
position, not partnership or.
Right.
Yeah.
Working for a brand, yeah.
But they're not buying the Melon FPS channel. He says that it's not right to.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Because like if he was working on a job and doing this on the side, and now he gets to work in this industry as the job, like of course you take that opportunity.
Yeah, it's a very good foot in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Like kudos to him for. I wonder, he's a smaller YouTuber. I wonder if other people have been reached out to and simply declined or whatever. Part of it too is like
Logitech wants
personality,
rocket jump ninja.
right? Um,
I think Shroud streams from Logitech's like front like shirt pocket potentially. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, who knows? I mean, yeah. Or he
Shots fired.
could just be kind of ignorant, or maybe a bit of both.
I
Yeah.
mean, I have this Scyrox mouse on this xraypad mouse pad, and I can't even play games. It doesn't function because it's not the same company.
Yeah.
I'll never not make fun of that.
Okay. I guess the only last thing I have to say about this is, as a reviewer, it's important to stay true to yourself. I mean, Daz, you've been reviewing stuff on YouTube now for a bit, and you've been contacted from brands. I've been a Vine reviewer for like a couple years now, and there's been scenarios where it's like a famous thing on Vine. You submit a bad review, and the company private messages you somehow through Amazon. Well, because they have your address and your email and stuff. So people have gotten like letters saying, "Hey, if you change your 1-star review to 5 stars, we'll give you a $25 gift card." Um, you just report them and move on because you have to stick by whatever your review was. Now, I did have one time a review for I forget which mouse. It was a ROM mouse, the MH01 Pro or whatever, 8K. I gave it like a 4-star review because it was a very good mouse. I like that it's hot swap, but they were charging like $130 on Amazon for it. And I was like, yeah, great mouse, not worth $130, worth maybe a third of
Oh,
that. They dropped the price. It was one of those stupid things where it's on Amazon for 130, but it never sells at that, and they always have it on sale. But from a reviewer standpoint, I have to review it at MSRP.
oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
the rep reached out to me and said that their new MSRP is $59.99, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a 5-star because I personally do really like it. The only downside I have to it is pretty much its weight, but um, I really like the ROM MH01. So anyway, ethics are important in reviewing, and I hope to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what Melon puts out if it's any different in the future.
Yeah, if you ever see me praising ratio opticals, you know I've thrown ethics to the to the curb.
All right, next topic is the Pulsar Crazylight releasing Sunday for 1995,
I
119.95.
wish.
Yeah. What you wish as in release, as in the
If
price?
it was 1995, I'd buy it.
Oh yeah. So the
It's
Crazy
just on
Light,
next to.
yep, was teased a while back. Something like 35 grams. Oh yeah, they say it 35 grams.
Oh, it's
Uni.
waterproof then, right? I can dunk it in water. That's this is telling me.
Well, some ice actually are because of the conformal coating they give to if you have holes like in the top shell. Did you
Mm-hmm.
see Diamond Lobbies put his Pulsefire Haste in the shower and it was
Oh
like
no.
still on? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's funny.
yeah. But in this video they have, yeah, he's obviously putting an air pocket in it so it floats. And I think somebody called him out in the, oh cool, I'm not signed in. Calls him out for that. Yeah. I don't, what are your, so okay, so what do we know so far? It's probably going to be, is it going to be like X2V3 specs where it's their 3950 implementation?
It'll probably be X2V3 specs, very light. Batch one will be terrible and have crap QC. You're only gonna want to return those.
Did you see the Reddit comment that was like, make sure to submit your RMA before you receive your mouse so that you can get your, your foot in
Disclaimer
line?
though, Pulsar, if you're watching, because you have watched before, I like your mice. I like your company. Your QC and your batch ones is 100% terrible always, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I have 0 for 4,
I haven't
and
had
many
great
people
luck.
join me. Yeah,
Yeah,
my clicks are still sticking. Oh my god.
yeah. Anyway,
What this does do though is it makes it actually competitive with like the Mad R and the L7 and all the other lightweight Chinese clones of this, I believe, South Korean potentially brand.
yep.
But yeah,
I'm
I
curious
still
to,
like Pulsar.
yeah, I'm curious to see if the 35 grams is including these giant dogs trying to get into the trash. It wouldn't be a MouseCast stream without that. If
These
they,
giant, pretty solid stock skates.
yep, and the PCB seems tiny. I guess the on-off switch is over here, and I haven't been able to find anything on FCC ID on this. Usually, you
Hold
can
on.
find leaks there.
Do you have your Founders X2H near you?
Yeah.
Did they trim the top left and right corner of those on the skates. Oh, it's a different skate design entirely. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
forgot it wasn't a pad on the bottom before
Yeah.
or the back.
Yep.
Yeah. It
Yep.
really is like a jarringly wide, flat-sided mouse when you look at it compared to anything else.
Yeah, the X2 has never been a big fan of mine. So this mouse, I'm pumped for the X2H. It's a crazy light.
Crazylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could actually compete with the Scyrox if they decided to put better switches
Yeah.
in their mice.
Yeah. I don't personally, I'm still not like totally against ratios. I actually like them in the Viper V3, but this is the only mouse that I like them in. All the other mice, they just feel too spongy.
They're like fine-ish in like the special edition of Pulsar's most recent mice. But yeah, I do like them in Razer mice for some damn reason. They do a good job.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, regardless though, I'm not going to spend $120 on one. I'll like best case scenario would be our local micro center gets an open box that's 20, 30, $40 off in a unique colorway, and they have a good coating, and it's X2H. That's the only way I'll get
Yeah.
one.
I will say, completely random aside on Razer, I've seen like just a rash of people complaining in Reddit comments, my YouTube video comments, and then somebody even DM me to ask me about things because people started doing that on Reddit now because I comment on freaking mouse posts so much. But like RMAs all over the place, specifically for the Viper V3 Pro. Bad clicks, weird like optical switches breaking, terrible
Really?
like build quality on like Razer mice. Yeah, it's kind of like
Hmm.
I had not heard many complaints about the Viper V3 Pro prior to this, but they've just been like flying all over the place. So mine's pretty good, minus the side creaking.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else to say on this? Do you know anything about this Uni black and white?
I don't.
City in Bolivia. Uni? No, dog, don't jump up here. She's gonna jump up here if I stop scratching her chest. This friggin' dog.
Where'd your Logitech armrest go from last week? Gosh.
Yeah. All right. Let's just move on to the next topic. So this is an AliExpress launch, or it's on MacKeys too. The
What a name.
James Donkey RSR5. So
Well, with my Tim Horse R5, R6 next.
What happens
That's a
if you
super
search
inside
Tim
high school
Horse?
joke that you wouldn't get actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Tim
I'll
Tam
send
was
that
the
to my friend.
champion horse. All right. Well, anyway, James Donkey actually has other mice. I had a James Donkey mouse way back in the day. Oh
Just
yeah, it was
can't
this.
with that name, dude. Looks like a Corsair mouse.
I know, right?
It even has the offset cable. That is a
It
Corsair
does?
mouse. Dear Lord.
Pretty much. No, James Donkey, I guess.
Like the professional, like he sounds like a professional, like sports player, or like an actor.
He was like a designer.
James P. Donkey.
They were one of those places that would be more out there with their designs. Yeah, they had a modular mouse that vibrates. James Donkey 007.
It
Yeah.
vibrates. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it really a mouse?
So the RSR5, I actually kind of like it in this red and white. It's nothing new though. It is the same shape as the mouse we talked about last couple streams ago, the Wooking famous S1.
Fucking famous. Oh, these names.
These look to be the same exact shell. Look at the side buttons, look at the LEDs, look at the shape. Same thing. But what I like about this, let's see a side profile. Here we go. This is 100% a G-Wolves HTX. At least from like this front half of it. G-Wolves HTX mouse.
I remember when I
side.
met you the first time you had an HTX. Do you actually like that mouse or is it too low profile? What was
No,
your
I
final opinion?
love low profile mice, but
Okay.
trying to bring up a picture here. Cool, thank you, MacKeys. There we go. Does this sort of work? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're not wrong.
Yeah, very, very similar.
Maybe a bit taller, but like it's just like the angle. It might be the same exact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has this aggressive slope. It has this ledge right here in front of the side buttons. Yep. So I actually am like sort of tempted to pick up this mouse. It's on AliExpress for like 50 some dollars. I don't want to pay that. If it had Omron opticals, I would consider it. But it's using. Hey, there's a bottom view, which makes it look kind of wide. It has a nice hourglass shape here, and they have these pixel
It
art
actually, like,
buttons.
yeah, like 8-bit
Kind of
looking.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'm down. Um, the side buttons are like the same as here's an if you G3 or I don't know what this is called, or
If
it's
you.
also the LTC GM022. Probably the same factory or something. Who really likes those side buttons? Let's try to see specs here. They probably have different versions. Okay. 55 grams plus or minus 3. Okay, so it's a 58 gram mouse. Cool. 600
Why not
milliamp.
yellow transparent white dot? Sorry.
Yep. Yellow transparent white dot. I think they advertise them as 120 million switches. Who cares? They're still going to double click before that. Dual wireless wired 8K polling. Sure. Self-developed web driver from James Donkey. I want that.
Dude, if they just put like a 250 milliamp hour battery in there, the weight would have looked so much nicer.
Yeah.
Like stock.
Yeah. As a person who battery swaps, I don't care at all. But from your perspective, this is stupid. Like, why?
From a lot of people. Yeah.
That was a James Donkey decision. Because 600
James
milliamp
Donkey.
hours is that's probably like 11, 12, 13 gram battery. That's hefty. So
500 is the biggest you usually see in mice these days.
yeah. Yep. Anything else to really say about this? Oh, there's their web driver. It does say James Donkey though. Their logo even has the donkey ears. Heck yeah.
What sounds a donkey make? I don't want to do it. Right? I don't know what it is.
Well, they do the hee haw hee haw. Yeah, I don't want to do it for the stream.
You want to go full? No, okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'll just make a fool of myself.
Don't never go full donkey.
We'll off stream, we'll just do our donkey impersonation. Question for you: LED DPI LEDs on the side versus the top, versus like scroll wheel or whatever. Do you have a preference?
No LEDs.
No
I'm good.
LEDs.
I
Oh,
don't need them.
really?
I just go into the software, set one DPI stage, 3200, and go to
Delete all the others. Yeah.
That's what I do every time. Yeah.
Same.
Unless I'm playing Battlefield with you, then I have to play on 1600 DPI because I get put on 0 sensitivity on 3200. So
Yeah. Oh, I can send you a thing where you have to use a user config file. It's really stupid. Or you can use your arrow keys to find adjust. Yes. I don't know. Why do games like every game the default sensitivity when you load in is like 2 centimeter 360? Why?
yeah, right. It's
Those,
incredible.
yeah, like I get it back when Mouse Excel was a thing, but now everything uses raw input. Anyway, very low button height, comfort grooves. This measurement here, 53.5, that doesn't seem right. They said it was 63 somewhere else. This is literally like HTX dimensions, really darn close. That might be the waist. So, I don't know. It would honestly, if it had Omron opticals, it would be, and a coating, it would be an Instacop for me, but I'll wait
It'd be a
for
banger.
reviews.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic. Another new mouse release. Another MetKeys article. Phylina S480. This mouse is the successor to the famous Phylina S450.
I mentioned this
Phylina
mouse in my
S450.
most recent YouTube video because I wanted it to exist.
Yeah.
And
And
now
I
it does.
and I think we even talked about this on a previous pod.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So the S450 was a popular budget mouse from like 2023. It's basically a hot ES shape. So it's kind of a tall, little bit of a
Plus.
narrow waist. Yeah.
HGS Plus.
Yeah, HTS Plus, thank you.
Because they made the Plus longer than the HGS for reasons. And the new HGS Ultra is the original short size, which is cool. Anyway.
Yeah. Lamzu-esque bottom. Actually a surprisingly good coating for and like build quality for the price. One of my glass skates just popped off.
So I always like squeeze my mice like this to test side flex, and when I did that, I actually cracked the shell piece like right here. So
Yeah.
like now my mouse just moves more, but It also has crap weight balancing unless you move the battery back or change it out.
Mm.
Beside that, it's not bad though. I like the click implementation of what they're transparent blue shell pink dots, I believe.
Yeah. They're hollow sounding, but it feels good. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
The side buttons are snappy.
Yeah.
They do sink 45 billion feet into the shell. Like literally, I can pop it out the other side of the mouse if I wanted to. But
Yeah. Yeah. The back one for me is pretty bad.
yeah, yeah.
But they do actuate well. They're nice and big. Yeah. It's a solid mouse for like $30 on Amazon.
I once had both side by side, and I played indiscernibly different. And like that was redundant in a name trainer for like an hour straight. I couldn't compete. I couldn't perform better with either one. They're equivalent.
So the S480
is better.
Yep, pretty much. So the S480, what does it add here? So we get an update to a 3950K, Nordic chip K, Huano blue shell pink dots, transparent blue shell pink dots, 80 million K.
We're saying that to everything.
So the real big benefit here is 36 gram weight, plus or minus 2 grams, 38
K.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay.
We do have to give them some respect. Like, there still are companies like Wise Owl releasing 45 gram mice. And
no, that's actually good. 36, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try this mouse.
Bigger skates. Yeah. Now that I have
the Scyrox V6 advertised at 40, so this is actually lower.
Okay, there you go. A little bit lower. They have a web driver. Yeah, 8K hertz polling. Their dongle's kind of cool. It'll match your Aqua Control Neon.
Looks like a wireless phone charger. Nice.
It does, yeah. So the shape looks identical to the S450, right? How about the USB receptacle? Yeah, it does look the same. And didn't we find this? Oh, TTC encoder. Okay. 300 milliamp hour battery. So you could actually reduce the weight a little bit more. 300 milliamp hour battery is probably around 6.5, 7 grams.
It'll be interesting on the shell integrity because 250 in the Scyrox at 40 grams, and there's still some side flex.
True.
Nothing discernible in game. But like if you're sitting here smashing it, like you will move some. I mean, you have the same mouse, so.
Mm-hmm. They have an orange color here, which that's not listed. Yeah, sure. Bottom view of the mouse, left button, right button, in case you didn't know.
Ooh, I like the big front skate.
Yeah, big front skate. Yeah, smooth Bigfoot.
Ugly sticker, cheap looking buttons on the bottom. Doesn't affect you.
Yeah. There's
118/61/40. The Scyrox is 119/61/40.
Okay. Yep. Pretty much the same then. I mean, that even, like button overhang, could account for that 1 millimeter difference.
Yep.
They do list orange as a color available, but then they also list only 650 IPS. Oh, is there a 33?
So 3395.
Yeah, there is. Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, it's actually a decent drop off. I would probably save the money and just screw the 3950. Like.
Yeah. So I don't know for audio do we have audio only listeners? I don't know. $70 for the 3950. We should have gone over price at the very beginning. Watch till the end of the video, or else you'll never know the price.
Just Google it, you lazy.
$33.95 is $56 compared to $70 for the 3950. So yeah, $14 difference.
I don't know. The shell looks to me very much like this Mad G. I really hope it's the same coating because the Mad G coating is nice.
This might be some weird camera work because we actually know the OEM for this. We talked about
Kaisona.
Yeah, we talked about Kaisona. Let's go to gaming mice.
Those dirty shape havers. I wasn't positive enough about the Mad G in my review, and I was very positive. This thing is the best. Anyway.
Oh, it's the best.
It's so good.
Man, and we started this pod like super tired. James Donkey! Show me the... So Phylina does OEM this mouse. This is 100% the mouse. And they do have it in red. They don't list it in orange. I even messaged... Did I tell you I messaged them? I sent them an email being like... I want this. I listed like 4 mice. And I was like, when are they being released? And they just gave me a screw off. We don't comment on unreleased products or whatever.
That's funny.
Or
this is exactly the same. Wow.
Yeah, they're literally the OEM.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So, Kaisona for, I don't want to go into this, but what did we have here? Like this is the Attack Shark R2. This was an Ajaz thing, I thought. This is the they have the monkey logo. Um,
Gym Monkey.
Iwiadin.
Eweden.
Iwiadin.
Eweden. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you said it so elegantly. Iweden?
Eweden. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah.
Iweebin? You weebin, bro?
Weeb.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Phylina S480. Are you buying one?
Oh, but I'm lifting this up every time I drink from it. I actually might buy one for review. I don't know.
Really? And do like a Hottie S Plus
$6.
roundup?
I have this inner part of me that's like, no one else has reviewed it. You will get the views. Buy it. But I genuinely just want to try this mouse. So, and for that price, no.
Yeah, you're not getting it from AliExpress. Well, it's only a matter of time. If MetKeys has it, it's only a matter of time that the $33.95 version is $35-$40 on AliExpress. Yeah. Oh, I'm teasing other topics. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go to a next topic. All right, that does it for news for the week, by the way, guys. We're going on to our next segment that we call Reddit Recap, which is where we like doom scroll and other garbage. How far are we? We are 36 minutes into the show. All right. This one got a poop ton of upvotes. Do I do herd mentality and upvote it? Now I'm logged in. 3D printed vertical mouse. So, as a sufferer from wrist pain and a PC enthusiast, I tried a vertical mouse a few years back and loved it, but there wasn't a gamer vertical mouse with a nice sensor on the market. Fast forward a couple of years and I found this video. It's an ad about this project.
Isn't it?
And okay, yeah, so he did a remix of this. This is a vertical mouse using, I can already tell from this. Okay, wait, can you tell from the scroll wheel what mouse is the base?
No.
G305, baby. Yeah, we can even tell. All right, so vertical mouse. Oh, for people who don't know, a vertical mouse, like the most ergonomic position for your hands, or the neutral position for your hands is like this. Like if you're just resting down on a desk. So a vertical mouse is much more ergonomic. It's less precise though. I mean, you can only wrist aim. You can't really fingertip them. That's why gaming
is not a trackball.
I know the boomers.
I had a friend who legitimately gained with one in college.
Kudos, dude. So
not well.
You know, this guy got a bunch of upvotes. He actually did a really nice print job. This looks like an SLS print. You see how you can't really see the layer lines? This is like what Piranha does.
It's clean, yeah.
Yeah. So he actually printed this. That's amazing print quality. Yeah, it's a G305. You can tell this is their on-off switch here, their little slider. Yeah, back when G305s. Oh yeah, he did a bunch of soldering here. Ah, yes, the good old hot glue. Man, he did it. He actually did a pretty good job at this. TTC Gold Encoder. I don't think that's what the Logitech G305 comes with stock. He did silent switches here too, those white dots. Or yellow dots, I don't know colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, silent switches. Oh, I should actually go through the pictures. This got 600 some upvotes. Personally, I don't really care. I'm like vertical mouse in one ear, out the other. But
I think it's respect for the work put in and the job well done.
yeah. Because I'm all for Reddit being, instead of just being a consumerism circle jerk, here's a poster of my or a picture of my Viper V3 Sentinels edition that gets 200 upvotes. I like this kind of DIY stuff. I think this is so cool. I mean, the fact this guy got inspired from another project, and now here he is posting, this might inspire someone else. He even had this like reinforcement thing here that he took holes out of.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep, SLS nylon. Yep, it's exactly what Piranha uses. G305. Yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
It was a vertical mouse, so I just scrolled on by. But looking into it, I'm impressed with his work.
Yeah.
I was going to make fun of it, but I can't make fun of it because he has wrist pain, so props.
Yeah. Props to figuring out a solution to your problem. Speaking of problems, this guy has a problem. I want to buy HSK Pro Ace, but they only have transparent version stock. Will it be harder to grip? I made a comment, generally glossy finish equals grippier for dry hands, while matte finish equals grippier for clammy hands. And I guess one person said it was like the exact opposite, and some people upvoted him. He said glossy for him is sticky when you have a little bit of sweat, but then when it's really dry, whatever. It's just funny. I had like the exact opposite experience, which is valid and all. That's fine. I think I even said, yeah, not saying you're wrong. Thanks for sharing. I guess my message to OP is it's worth trying glossy. So yeah, it's a shame that like glossy mice have gone the way of the dodo. Like the XM1R Reflex Edition was cool. Glorious did glossy mice. You know who has a million SKUs and hasn't done a glossy mouse? Pulsar.
Hmm.
They could
That's a
have.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even had their premium black edition. Remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, so one equivalency transparent equals glossy typically, right? I don't know of too many glossy mice that are not, or transparent that are not glossy. I know like really high transparency is typically acrylic, which is always going to be like really glossy. Because as soon as you start putting texturing to it, then that diffuses the light and now it doesn't look fully transparent. I don't know. What's your take, Daz?
My take is I need to bail out for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. No problem. I'm gonna
But I
keep
love a glossy mouse.
okay, I'm gonna keep going then. Alright. So speaking of transparent mice, the legend himself Piranha posted a transparent Zen 8K. We already talked about this a little bit, but this was a second picture. He says the Zen 8K is printed on PA12 and MJF. This is nylon, and then a multi-jet printer is, I think, right? Multi-jet FM, whatever. Results in a sturdy and light shell. The shell was printed just for fun in resin SLA, so the SLA printers you can get super cheap. Result is it weighs 40 grams, so only about 7 grams heavier than the MJF version. That's very impressive. Usually SLA printed the resins, they're very dense and they're kind of brittle, so you end up having to do thicker walls. It's kind of like glass, right? Glass can be like really brittle. Yeah, the resin's the same way. Yeah, so his Zen 8K is the Viper V3 Pro, but it's just cool. I don't know. I'm tempted, like, dude, I would love to try this. I don't have a donor Viper V3 Pro laying around, plus whatever he needs, whatever money he needs for a mod kit. But I don't know if this post is just gauging interest in who would buy it. Hey, I got 132 upvotes. He doesn't offer it. Oh, that's his Twitter. He doesn't offer it for sale in this transparent shell, but I do think it's cool. I've always liked transparent electronics back, like you guys remember retro Nintendo 64s and Game Boys, even the Acid Rewind X2H. This is my main mouse at work. Acid Rewind X2H. Acid Rewind meaning like acid because it's yellow, and then rewind because it's retro. Like semi-transparent plastics are super cool. So I'm all for it. Even more so than just like straight up clear. I think clear looks, this is like a really cool photo shoot, especially if you're not like into mice, then you can like see the internals. But me personally, I think I'd be so bothered by ribbon cables and ketchup and mustard battery cables. I'd rather have it be diffused or colored slightly, like a transparent orange or something, or green would be cool. I don't know though. You can't get other color resins. 3D printed resin colors. Yeah, so you can get other colors. Like that green would be pretty cool, I think. That green would be wicked. Even the blue. Oh, wouldn't that be wicked? And it looks like the color changes based on like the density. Maybe this is thicker down here, so thicker. It's kind of like how water looks blue when it's, the ocean, but clear when it's your faucet.
I'm so lost. What's happening?
Oh, I'm just talking about the next transparent mouse, which was. Did you have any takes on? I think you had a take on glossy mice.
I love glossy mice. I have this mouse that you glossed up with. What was it again?
X3.
Acetone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
acetone.
it was actually acetone. Yeah. So like typically I need grip tape because my tilt grip just makes my hand slip off mice. But with this, I legitimately don't ever need grip tape. It just like is the grippiest coating in the world. I love glossy mice.
Yeah.
I always chose them with Glorious when I had the Model D minus as my main.
Yep, which I have yours right now. Yeah, very
Oh yeah,
glossy.
yep.
So, one thing gonna be on the spectrum for a moment. We do need to get careful about saying finishes versus coatings, because
Mm.
finishes are just the plastic texturing, right? Whereas a coating is actually like additional layers. So yeah, but the acetone bath is sorry. This is like a pet peeve of mine, because when people are like, "Oh yeah, the coating's not that grippy," and then it doesn't even have a coating, I'm like, "Well, that's not like fair." But anyway, acetone is just a solvent, so it dissolves ABS plastic. So with 3D prints, you can do acetone vapor baths, where it's literally you put it in a chamber and you put some acetone and let it evaporate off. And this is the result. So you get super glossy finishes. People do it to smooth out their 3D print layer lines. I just used a rag on that, but you have to be really careful. So when I did that mouse, you take a little bit of acetone on a rag and you wipe. I would always do one direction really quick at a time. If you leave it in one spot for half a second, you'll melt your mouse.
Oh man.
So I practice on some other stuff. But yeah, if you have acetone or other solvents, like turpentine might, paint thinner might work too. Yeah, you could try glossifying other mice. You have potentially a $10 Uhuru mouse coming in.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yep. I got the red one. All right. Next topic. You don't really miss much.
I heard my son crying, and he was actually like awake, but our monitor just didn't pick it up for some reason. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
good choice to go.
Yep. Okay. Well, doom scrolling Reddit here. I literally have we didn't have a lot of topics this week. We're 46 minutes in.
It's not a bad pace though. Yeah, a fair amount of stuff left.
Yeah, that's
Non-Reddit,
true.
non-news.
Yeah, I just love the Terra G703 Terra. What's the company? Tevolution. This one now gets 254 upvotes when this guy posts one picture. I'm not jealous or anything. It's just funny how like herd mentality on Reddit.
No, so like,
You
I
know.
yeah, like I'll sit there and spend 5 hours shooting, editing, posting a review after like spending an hour like thinking about it. Write an entire text version of my review of a mouse and 5 upvotes. This gets 254 for copying and pasting a thing that we've already seen twice on the subreddit. Cool. I am salty. Like,
That's fair.
there's a guy, I swear to you, who as soon as I post on Reddit is like, "That's exact," and he downvotes it, and I like, it just has shot my like previous post into like oblivion because like then Reddit's like, "Oh, it's not good," and it doesn't get shown to anybody else. So
You do have
I
to.
think I might stop posting my reviews on Reddit, honestly.
Oh, you do have to be careful. It is
The
another
problem is though,
searchable. It is searchable.
that's
It
what I just thought of. So like I accidentally read my own part of my own Skyrox V6 review earlier because I was looking to reference something about it, and I googled it and mine came up as the first Reddit result. Cool, which is a reason to leave it there because now people can find it in the future just to help themselves get information.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought it was funny that I started reading my own review before I realized what it was.
Yeah, I've like whenever I post a destructive mod to Reddit, it gets like a
It's not about the
60%.
upvotes.
Yeah, it's not. Again,
Yeah.
it's a searchable forum is how I view it. And
Yep.
if the people who downvote it weren't going to watch your YouTube video through the entire thing anyway. But if posting it gets one or two people to come watch it, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think I got like 13 click throughs on this like last post, but like there's also 10 upvotes, so people are clearly like looking at it and maybe just reading the text, and there's like 15 comments, so it
Yeah.
helps somebody. Cool.
Yeah, you do have to be careful with some analytics too. Like I know Reddit does what is it called, like vote smoothing, where when something is initially posted, sometimes it'll do one or two upvotes, sometimes it'll do one or two downvotes, and this isn't people, this is like Reddit. I don't know why. I think it's called vote Reddit upvote smoothing. I thought it was called smoothing. Vote fuzzing, vote fuzzing. Yeah. They use it to display inaccurate vote
Oh,
counts. It prevents bots and spammers from easily identifying and manipulating content based on precise vote numbers.
it's brilliant.
Yeah, I did notice that like there'd be times I would post something and like within 15 to like a dead subreddit, within like 15 seconds it would get an upvote or a downvote, and I'm like, that's weird. There's probably not even anyone active right now. This guy got some stands from a local store for $2. Do they look 3D printed? I don't know. Dude, I wish I had this few mice. I I'm still rocking my calculator classroom organizers 36. I'm still rocking 3 of these bad boys.
Oh yeah. I still have zero solution, and mice are just like vomited all over my. You saw it.
Yeah.
Like, desk and that one little tiny stand I have.
Dude, these things work great. I don't know why more people don't use these. It displays them. They're transparent so you can see each one. The pockets are big enough to fit a dongle and the mouse, unless it's a frickin' WL mouse dongle. They're Rubik's Cube.
I have a fun story about that post above there. So I have like a friend who has been looking in my YouTube channel and just like giving me ideas and like how to do stuff and just like helping with some shorts. We haven't posted any of the ones he's worked on yet, but like he sent me this post and he gives zero craps about mice at all. So I thought that was hilarious. That,
Why?
like,
What was the context he sent it to you with?
he thought it would be cool to like use potentially like in a video or like in like a thumbnail, which I agree. Like it'd be a great way to display
This?
a mouse for a thumbnail without my hand just being in the video. Like
Putting. Oh, he liked the aesthetics of like the mice on the
yeah,
stands.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but you got to have 3 mice.
I was just like, this person who does not like mice sent me an r/mouse review post.
That's
It's
impressive.
come full circle.
That is very impressive. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Since starting the pod, I've gotten a couple friends who have reached out, like, "Oh, it's cool." Because they're subscribed to my YouTube for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Yeah, I watched 2 minutes and then I tuned out," and I was like, "Don't
Fair.
feel like you're committed to having to watch it because it's me. It's not a topic you care about, so don't."
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at these two guys. These guys both have similar grip tape. Darmo Shark M2. That is a forgotten about mouse from
I think
2024.
I commented on this one. 153 comments. Mine didn't get many upvotes.
Damn. Yeah.
You may never find it. It was something like, you think
Whatever.
9's a lot? Try 40 plus. And even that's not a lot compared to some people.
Yeah, I'm probably well. So my mice, like things that I've modded into oblivion and I can't sell anymore, I probably have. Well, in front of me here, I have almost 3 full walls of 36. I have like roughly 100 here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you want to count the like 800 units I have in my basement? Yeah. Okay, that's a thing. WL mouse. Oh yeah, this GPW got some traction. So they're like ripping off the GPW name, and it's literally a GPW clone. 52.9 grams, 3311. Not bad. I wonder if that grams includes this stupidly big dongle door, unless that's the battery. This might be one of those hot swap battery mice. That's my guess.
Looks like it.
My dog is assaulting my wife right now. It's funny. Wait, this is. Oh, he painted. I was like, this is not a Sentinels edition. Look at that. He painted like a Sentinels,
yeah.
and he painted the dongle
Looks
too.
amazing.
Yeah. OP1 8K, Mouse of the Year for so many people. Did you see the Mad R's coming out in red? I wonder if I can actually bring this up.
Oh, I was about to be mad about it, but I don't really like that mouse that much. So
Yeah,
I say that
it's
it's
a
a
little
great
bit too
mouse.
wide
It just
for
doesn't
me.
do it for me. Yeah.
I wonder if I can search.
Spent a whole video talking about how good it was, and then told everybody, nope, I like the L7 better, even though it's technically a worse mouse.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Not
if
up
you
there
have
yet.
really big hands, it still is. Oh, there we go. Here's one. Yeah, $72. No thanks.
No, thank you.
But red, sure. I'm down for new colorways. Anything else? Oh yeah, I love it when you get a post like, here's some generic office mouse, but the shape's legendary.
X2H.
I used to be. Yeah, maybe. We don't know how the
These one
sides
back
are. Yeah, you don't know how the sides are. That's something that.
I
don't
bet
know.
the top comments X2H.
You think so? I have this mouse at
Oh
work.
no.
Damn.
High hump like
High
Scyrox
hump.
X2H. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's not the same shape though.
it still depends. I don't know. Personally, I make so much more contact at my fingertips than I do at my palm with any mouse. So like, I don't care about hump profile as much. I care more about side geometry. He doesn't really show that here, but what does he say? Feels great to fingertip LMAO. Okay, if he's fingertipping, then yeah, he probably doesn't care about hump.
Yeah.
So it's about the sides. Look how thin that scroll wheel is, though.
Little baby.
Yeah, MZ1.
MZ1, MZ1,
Yeah.
MZ1.
The Feynman. People who have the Feynman, I've heard good things, but I'm never gonna get one.
Nope, too much.
Yeah.
We can probably go to personal randoms at this point, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, thank you. This is long in the tooth. Okay. All right. Personal
Especially
ramblings.
thinking Family Guy. Oh man.
You're up first with your YouTube channel updates.
Yep. So I posted the Scyrox V6 review this last week, which went over pretty well. Made a couple shorts. I'm going to use that as a segue to talk about the Magic Ice Skates that I am a pretty big fan of. Crossed the 150 subscriber mark yesterday, so that's cool.
Oh, yeah, you're at 155.
Yeah.
Wow.
The more recent videos haven't been getting quite as many views, or my mind is just skewed because the other ones have been out longer. But funny story about this short is I filmed it with the intent of just having like unboxing ASMR, and then realized my mic was not only muted but double muted after I was done recording the whole thing. So I had a friend help me find a nice little lo-fi beat to throw on there, and the way this second skate comes off really satisfies me for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't like that you curled, you pinched the bottom one, but you still did a fine job, I thought.
You don't like what?
Oh, the bottom skate. When you peel it off, it looks like it might get a little bit kinked. I don't know. It happened so fast. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have no intent using them again, so I honestly would have ripped them in half.
Oh, I keep all my skates. I don't know.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't buy fancy skates though, but I can understand. Yeah, these Magic ices are good. I have them on, oh gosh, something I got from eBay, which I think I sold already. Yeah. Oh, my F1 ATK F1 had them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're really thick, really smooth, great glide.
Yeah.
They're probably not better. They're maybe equivalent to like an xraypad pad, but I got these for sub $5 with like a coupon. There's 2 sets in there, so
Nice.
can't argue with it, especially with how much I didn't really care for the skates in this mouse. It was the only real downside to it, so.
Yeah. Very nice.
But yeah, I've got a GPX video coming up. Oh, go ahead.
This video popped up for me, and I had no idea it was you until I actually recognized your hands.
Which is crazy to think. That's such a weird thing to say.
Well, I mean, it wasn't 100%, you know, but
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, huh. But he doesn't do like lo-fi shorts. That was really good that you pivoted and did that. I don't know. It seems.
It's been like 30 minutes, like taking the different shots and like setting that up, and I was like, I'm not throwing this out. My first thought was just do a funny, make fun of myself commentary, but it just wasn't that funny, so that didn't work out. So.
Yeah. Whoops.
But yeah. Hey guys, it's Dazz back with another review. It's Dazz still talking very candidly, very robotically, and awkwardly in my intros because I can't not do that.
I don't think so. I think it's your style. It's fine. I think it's fine.
Yeah. But it works out.
Yeah.
My camera angle is probably slightly different in every video because I have to move the tripod in and out of my cubicle next to me on a wedge to get the angle I want. But yeah, this mouse is great. Scyrox V6 would have been. Someone asked me because I posted my top 5 mice and then said I missed the V6 where it would be. I think it would have been. I would have either copped out and grouped it with the V8 in 4th place for Scyrox mice, or I would have put it in straight up 3rd place and unseated the Maya X probably actually.
Wow.
I really like this shape.
Awesome. That's why you're somewhat interested in the S480 then.
Exactly, yeah. That's a season 5 Kovacs tracking scenario I'm not very good at yet, but that was a high score.
Very nice. Yeah, no,
I tried a few of the Voltaic season 5s and they are different. So
yeah, no, this is a tough one. It's a teeny tiny little one.
That's the thing is they made it so tiny and it gets so far away. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
I think I was testing out. Yeah. Anyway, I have a GPX clone video coming out that I'm like partially dreading because there's so many mice to talk about it. I have 5 clones and then the GPX to cover.
Okay.
So I think I might rapid fire them and just talk about the ones I dislike or don't love less, and then give more time to the ones I think are the better ones.
Yeah, that's a good process.
And I've got here's some quick thoughts. This is the Aula SC800. Multiple people asked me to review this in the comments, and I succumbed for some reason, and it's not good out of 10. It's basically bare plastic. You can sink the clicks into the shell, and this front right round doesn't actuate until the mouse. Legitimately, you can touch this to the shell before like it actuates, which is not very good.
So the buttons themselves feel spongy and flexy?
they're super flexy. It's like really, really cheap plastic. It's a super light mouse, but they had to use super, super cheap plastic to do. So the side buttons, can you even hear that? It's like the lightest side button, mushiest side button I've ever used, actually. So the shape is not bad, and I think it's somewhat similar to it. I
Yeah,
can't
I'll bring it
actuate
up.
the left mouse button.
Sola Kaka SM800. To
The
me,
mouse is broken.
oh,
I
actually,
legitimately broke the mouse. I can't actuate the left mouse button switch.
really,
It doesn't click anymore.
you literally can't click things.
Yeah, I have to smash the shell. Like, yeah, I can't click. What the hell? Mouse broken on stream. Not functional. Wow.
Now you have to do a board Z style and see if you can squeeze it till it snaps a hole in the
This review
side.
is going to be spectacular. Oh my goodness. Like this, it won't. That's just smashing the
Yeah.
click into the shell, and there's nothing actuating.
Wow.
Aula, what are you doing?
Ouchla.
Reference my other short. Dear Lord.
Dang.
This mouse was $35 after a coupon on AliExpress, and that was worth 0 cents as far as I'm concerned.
Dang, that's too bad. Like, the product photos don't look terrible.
No, yeah.
Mm.
That's wow.
Yeah. Aula's like a super budget brand. They're like down there with like Red Dragon.
Look at this. Hold up. Like I can take this and just like bend it all. Like there's so much
Oh,
flex
okay.
on
I
it.
know what part broke. You know, it's the little, there's like a little block that hangs down from the button. Does it rattle?
Not at all. No.
Hmm.
It like I can see it. Like the switch slipped off of the plunger, so it's just not pressing down on the like. I think, like the plunger like slipped off of the.
Yeah.
Dear Lord. I don't know. I'm gonna open it up now.
Yeah, there you go. Mouse
Anyway.
autopsy. Yeah. Yeah, this is a mouse.
Last thing I have to say.
If this,
oh yeah, go ahead.
If this dropped down to like $20, I probably would have tried one out. But yeah, after hearing your thoughts, I'm good. Because there's some mice out there that are legitimately. I couldn't believe how cheap feeling the Hello Gans FLX3 was. It's like a Thorn clone. And it's crazy. It has really good internals, 3395 TTC Gold encoder, but then the shell just feels like it's a Happy Meal toy.
That's
like,
what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. The
yeah.
back one works. Dang it.
Yeah. All right.
The last thing I have about my online musings is I've started cross-posting my shorts to TikTok just for the heck of it. You know, a few days before we ban it in the US.
Is the ban official? I haven't been keeping up on
Not
it.
yet. No, you can find me. Look at that. Yeah.
6 days ago, 31 likes. Huh.
I got like a non-zero amount of views here.
What?
The weird thing is the Pulsar. Yeah.
Dude. So
that's actually way more likes than the last time I opened it up. Interesting. Nobody follows though. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's just all doom scrolling, and then I don't know what counts as a view. But TikTok, dude, I've like never used TikTok. I volunteer at high schools doing career days. I've mentioned this before. Today I did one with a bunch of 9th graders. I was talking to one of the teachers who's a former student and was a good friend of my sister's. It's the same high school I went to. And she's like, yeah, kids these days are so different. I was like, how? She's like, well, the technology. She's like, on a Friday night, instead of like going and hanging out with your friends playing categories or going to the mall together, these kids go home and they do TikTok challenges together. I mean, it's still, she was saying not like in like, you know, it's still wholesome. They're still interacting with one another, but just that times have changed. And your idea of like what you do with technology changes. I think this is just reflective of that. I never go to. Who goes to TikTok for like a mouse review? For like mouse skates? Who?
Someone did, right? I thought I'd get like 5 views.
Do they have analytics? Because you know on YouTube we can check our analytics. My analytics for my YouTube videos, 100% male, ages 18 to 32. It's those two age. It's like the 18 to 24, then 24 to 32 or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's like mine's expanded a little bit. So I have 35% is 18 to 24, and I actually have 2% 13 to 17 now on my channel.
On
and
YouTube.
And 3% are 45 to 54.
Okay, interesting.
1/5 of my viewers are actually 35 to 44 as well. It's expanded as I did more work. 2%
TikTok,
female. Holy Lord.
Whoa. Yeah.
It was 0% female for a month, and then I think one person of the female gender watched the
Yeah.
video. So
Does TikTok give you analytics?
they weren't as in depth. What I saw from it though is that people watched much less of the shorts, and it was just like mega ADHD. Like the average view duration was just like insanely low compared to YouTube. Just because TikTok really reinforces like scroll.
Hmm.
And I guess I had an more established mouse channel on YouTube, which would then recommend it better, probably. And this, I really thought this was going to be my best short, and people just don't care. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sucks I
So
didn't actually show any stain, but oh well.
maybe. What
Yeah.
about the captions? How do you do all this captioning? Is that manual?
So that's frustrating. This is a try. There's three prongs to this story actually. So I usually now make the video in DaVinci Resolve, and then I export it once because I want to use the captions just built into TikTok on TikTok. But then I use CapCut to put the captions on it for YouTube for some reason. But I had to download an old version of CapCut that didn't require you to have Pro to use the captions. So then I had to search the internet for the old version of CapCut because they're just being more money hungry these days. And it's like $20 a month for CapCut Pro, which I'm not paying for. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I included like a YouTube subscribe thing in my first one. Yeah, I like TikTok's like animation style here really well, like really good. But the problem is you have to pay for that in CapCut, but you just get it for free on TikTok, and YouTube just has crappy like caption options. So it ends up being more work than it should be for me to post on all these platforms. But I don't know. And then like the titling is a little bit different. You can't make the title as big as I want to on TikTok. So like the little, yeah, those aren't as big as I'd like. You can do that better on YouTube, in my opinion.
Okay.
Whole bunch of different little things you wouldn't think about until you go for it.
Okay. Do you think you're going to continue posting to TikTok?
Yeah, why not? It's actually not that much more work. It's probably like 10 minutes total to get on TikTok instead of just YouTube.
Okay. Okay. Next topic, I guess. I don't know.
I've discovered now that I can actuate the SC800 click if I go into a super aggressive claw and click all the way to the top.
You just gotta mash it down.
Yeah.
I don't really have a whole lot to say. I have a Deluxe Deluxe M700. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts to give. I put it as a topic, but I don't really want to talk about it. It's just a very large mouse with like a very wide hip flare, very pronounced hip flare. I'll do an ELO shapes, then we'll move on. Compare M700, and let's put it up against, everyone knows the GPX Superlight. There you go. Yep, very wide hip flare at the bottom. Yeah, surprisingly good mouse. I wouldn't pay $50 for it. I don't know. I feel like maybe these tariff things, they're starting to hike prices up. I got mine for like $25. I don't know what's happening to pricing.
The Phylina mice, the X3 from Attack Shark, they're way more expensive than when I bought them as well.
Yeah. But then like the Uhuru mouse is $10 on Amazon shipped, which is just nuts. I mean, that's the price of shipping, plus Amazon takes like a 30-40% cut.
Yep.
All right. I guess one other thing is I did do a trade on eBay for a Scyrox V6. I actually got one. Where is it? I don't know. I actually got one from eBay, which was cool. But I traded the dude because he had it listed, and I just messaged him. But here's the relevant point. If you ever message people on eBay, eBay censors messages if you have contact info. Yeah, contact info is not allowed in eBay messages. So if you put like an @ for an email, it'll like refuse to send your message. If you put a phone number, but Discord.
Exactly. That's how we met.
All right. And then I guess we can actually get into Dazz and I doing this podcast today. We were like, oh, there's nothing to talk about except for these two last topics. So let's see if we can have a strong final push here. Have you ever nerd rage broken a mouse?
Not a mouse, although I was close to breaking this Aula just now. I have nerd rage. I actually had a designated rage controller in college when I was a console gamer there.
Wait, explain.
Because I lived in a dorm where like all the walls and floor and everything was concrete. So I just took an older like crappy controller that I attempted to put like a rapid fire trigger mod in, and I would just take it and spike it as hard as I could into the floor whenever I was angry at it. And it just took a beating for 4 straight years and just became like a shell of itself. But it was still like usable as a rage controller, so it served its purpose. Call of Duty and Teenage Rage is just it's a hell of a drug. It looked somewhat like that, yeah.
Nice.
Every time I threw it, like a new component might fall off. Like, yeah.
Okay. But no mice, no keyboards, no monitor punching.
I really have thought about punching a hole in my monitor so many times. I could just, oh man, I do not enjoy losing in games. It's a problem. The thing I resorted to as I got older was just slamming my hand on my desk. But the problem is it would slowly jar the little like grips on my monitor mounts, like arms, so my monitors would just slowly move down, and I would just get more angry because my monitor was like off balance and not in the place I wanted to.
Yeah.
I worry too much about my hand and punching a monitor. I don't want to like. Oh, that was solid. That was solid.
That's a really good punch, and he instantly regrets it. I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I've never nerd rage broken a mouse or a monitor. I don't think I've ever punched a monitor. I think I cared too much.
Suggest in my video.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's punched. Yeah. I definitely have. I probably have slammed a mouse before. I haven't broken one. I've definitely slammed my keyboard, not broken it, but like popped off keycaps. Whatever.
Yeah.
I actually do remember why I put this topic though. Okay, I don't think I've ever told anyone this. When I was in high school, I was gaming on I wonder if I can look this up. Dell Inspiron. Oh my gosh, it was like a GTS 8800. It was an old laptop. It was in white. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it. It was a friggin' ancient piece of crap Dell. It was not a gaming laptop. It was back when you needed a graphics card because there were no integrated graphics. And I remember being upset about connectivity issues and like lag and stuff, and I hit it fist down. James Donkey punched it right next to the mouse pad, to the trackpad. And I had done this before, and it was just fine. But I did it, I guess, this one time when I hit it in the right spot, and the thing shut down. It shut down, and this is before SSDs. So it was a hard drive based system, and it was like my family's computer because I was in like high school, and I flip it over, and that exact spot where I donkey punched it was right where the hard drive was.
Oh, no.
And I killed the hard drive. We didn't have anything important on it or anything, but I still remember my dad being like, "Oh yeah, the computer's not turning on. We should like take it to Geek Squad." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna need a new hard drive." I felt so bad. I ended up when I then got into like fast forward a couple years, I'm getting into computers, building things, selling them on Craigslist, wheeling and dealing. I did get a hard drive, put Windows on it, and got it working again. I think that we just sold it then on Craigslist for $150 or whatever it was worth at the time. But yeah, donkey punched in the hard drive in a laptop. And this is also like, the laptops back then were all plastic. They weren't like nice aluminum now. So I'm sure if you were to like slow-mo camera it, you could probably see my fist go in bowing the plastic, hitting the hard drive.
Smashing it. Yeah.
It didn't make a ticking sound or anything. Yeah. Yeah.
I've had a couple friends make regrettable rage moves as well. There was a friend who lived with his grandparents in high school, and like we knew he had really bad rage at like Halo Reach SWAT is what it was.
Oh yeah.
And one day we came over and the TV just was non-functional and the screen was broken.
Oh no.
There was a controller thrown. And then I had another friend who also ended up at one point getting so mad that he threw a controller at a door and it just like stuck right in the door or the wall. I think it was the wall, just like stuck right in there. So it just broke a hole in the wall, and he legitimately sold the house with just like a art decoration over top of that hole to whoever found it or got that house. Just found
That
it
is
later,
funny.
probably.
And people who don't get it, just
Yeah.
people, yeah, people won't get it unless they're in the know.
Yep.
That's brilliant. I know. I just love FPS Doug. You know FPS Doug, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys don't know FPS Doug, what are you doing with your life? Yeah. This is when I think of Nerd Rage. This is the clip I think of where he's like to the cameraman, "I don't know, Kyle. You just gotta go." Frickin' lagging piece of crap. He's bashing his. I love this. This is all scripted, of course, but he does such a good job acting it out. This is like,
There's also like the World of Warcraft kid nerd
oh
rage
yeah,
with like
World
sticking
of
the like controller up his butt or
Craft
something like
Nerd
that. I can't remember what it
Rage.
was.
That's Oh, these
That's a
are
classic.
blurred. I wonder if
Really?
these are blurred for. Oh, I don't know. Is this a good one here? It's
Let's find
27
out.
seconds. We can watch it. What do you think he's gonna do? I vote punch the monitor.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh.
What if
Oh
he
no.
actually hits him? Knocks
Oh
him
my
out of his chair.
god. Good night.
Subscribe, like, and share.
My goodness. Only 28 views and you found this
A
9-year-old video with
I
28 views.
know. Bonnie Marrero. Go subscribe to Bonnie Marrero. Oh, I shouldn't click on this person's thing. Who knows? It's probably staged, like the fact they have a camera person watching, but it still is funny to. All
It's still
right.
great.
Okay. And then the last topic we have what first got us into gaming mice, like our gaming mouse history, if you will.
Yeah, mine's not overly interesting, but like whenever I go to buy a new thing and I don't know much about it, I just can't help but research it to death.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I did too much research into mice and then ended up figuring a lot out about them. And then I kind of went away for a while and didn't buy too many because I just didn't have the money for it. But then when I came back recently, it was GG's as an adult. So
So as a refresh, what was your first like real gaming mouse from the last pod?
I think I said it was the Model D minus wired,
That's right. Yep.
the
Yeah.
one you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
First lightweight was, what did I get? I think I bought, I decided to get, like, I'm going to buy some real mice. I bought like a Hottie M wired from Amazon, which is just a mouse that, what is that mouse even? And then like an
Yeah.
EC2 wired, and then like a Death
Yeah.
Head or, then I randomly bought a Death Head or Faker, which is like a really expensive mouse, but
Mm-hmm.
didn't keep any of them. So.
Yeah. Reminds me of or when you said the Hottie M, the whole HK Gaming, G Wolves lawsuit or whatever, what happened, and HK Gaming went away, or I don't know entirely
Well,
remember.
G-Wolves was G-Sevlo for some at a point,
Yeah,
right?
well, somebody had registered the trademark, and it was actually pretty
Yeah, that's
funny.
funny.
They took it from them.
Mm-hmm.
G Wolves. My
G-Wolves Gym.
my gaming, like what got me into gaming mice. So I was always into FPS games. And I was always a bit competitive, like even non-FPS games like Super Smash Bros. For the N64. I like competitive games. I like games where it's not about exploration. It's not about quests. I've always liked more competitive play and, like min-maxing your own capabilities and the player versus player style. So yeah, my first, like I talked about, Logitech G700 laser mouse. Sorry, if I start if I take my hands off my dog's chest to type, she's gonna G700 mouse. Oh, okay. There we go. I did get it in before she booped me. I had a G502 that was like when the sensors were starting to get good. The old G502 Proteus Core. Yeah. Legendary mouse. But what really got me into it was, I think, Battlefront E3 Rapid Fire was really this. Oh, is this my YouTube video? It is. Okay.
It's hilarious.
Phalanges, there I am. So there was a burst fire weapon in this game Um, it shoots a 3-round burst, and mice with low click latency would be able to burst it more quickly. It was just like a really weird click timing. Otherwise, it felt like the gun was jamming up. So I started exploring. Then I start going to like um, mice with lowest click latency, looking up graphs, kind of like what you said, researching things to death. But this
Hmm.
was back before there were good mice. Like the 3080, the Avago. This is before Pixar. The Avago ADNS 3090 was like the top tier sensor. So your options were really limited. So then I started trying all these wild mouse shapes because you pretty much had to decide back then. Um, like even shape, it was hard to decide on. Anyway, I tried a whole bunch of mice. Ended up doing what was this called? It was NMouse 4K. This guy had like a super low click latency, had a good sensor, it was reasonably lightweight. I ended up modding it into MBJ58 shell. This is my video, modded it into like an old classic Logitech shell, and that's where it got me hooked. That was like 2018-ish, 27. Wait, Battlefront. No, I'm sorry, 2016. This was like Battlefront came out in 2015. This was like 2016, 2017. So then the first big real revolution. So then I kind of got out of it after I like had this end game mouse for a while. I went back and I used when Battlefront died, I used a Razer Abyssus V2 for a long time. This is still a phenomenal shape, phenomenal small mouse shape. Hollow feeling
Pretty healthy.
clicks, but
Yeah.
lightweight. Yeah, no
Oh,
side
it's got like
buttons.
the Zowie clicks are part of the shell design. Okay.
Yeah, again, mice from this era, this was how they often were. The split shell buttons was like a selling point. I remember championing that, and I don't think people ever. I don't want to take credit for this, but the terms pre and post travel, I used that way, way, way back in the day, back before r/mouse review and on overclock.net and stuff. Um, because there were just all these different. We take it for granted, but this design, you already noticed it's out of date. Yeah, because you usually have a ton of pre and post travel because you're bending this huge piece of floppy plastic.
Or it just doesn't make the clicks just don't feel as crisp and good. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's just like attached to the shell.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like Logitech did major strides with like the G305 button tensioning. Um, they use little springs. This doesn't quite show it. They yeah, right here. If I can get this picture bigger. Mm, yeah, right there you can see a little torsion spring. So this helps keep the shells in contact with the dot on top of the micro switches. Yeah, lots of innovations like this started coming out. The real big innovation was the GPW 2018 release. This was a big deal. G Pro Wireless Logitech. Yep, this was a huge deal when this mouse released because like for the first time we
Right.
had good wireless performance. Not to mention the mouse was like 80 grams, which back in the day the lightest weight mice were Zowies at around 80 to 95 grams. So I got one of these. I posted a YouTube video, like 5 reasons why I'm selling it. That got like 100,000 views. I got
Oh
a
yeah, it
bunch
did.
of dislikes because it's a garbage video shot on a 4x3 webcam. But yeah, so then I took a hiatus when I had a Starlight 12 Achilles small. I had one of these. I actually got it from the Aim Gods drop in
Hmm.
what was that 2021? And I mained this for like 2 years. Did not care about any mouse releases, which was rare for me. And then I got back into gaming mice in 2013, and started learning brands like Lamzu and Pulsar. So yeah, Star Wars Battlefront got me into it. Long story short, wanting to like rapid fire and low click latency. But through that, like you end up having to use these mice with like really garbage shapes. Like the CM Storm Spawn. I'm not saying this is a garbage shape. This is a very unique shape, is what I'm saying. So I ended up like using one of these for a long time. Yeah, there just weren't many videos, reviews or anything out. Yeah.
The game that got me to buy a lightweight mouse was Overwatch, actually.
Okay, how so? Just
I
because of how competitive it is?
I was using like a Razer Naga, and I was like, this is just not it. I gotta move on. But my first choices I tried back in 2016 were like I tried the Corsair M65 Pro, which is like just a choice of a mouse.
Aluminum base plate, baby. Oh wait.
It had the
Oh,
sniper
the
button on
sniper
it to
button.
change your DPI.
Oh, this
Yeah,
did have the aluminum base plate. Yeah.
it was a cool mouse, but it was very heavy as well.
They had their
The
screw hole
weights.
weights. Yep.
I don't know what I tried the Harpoon at one point. That's got the off-center wire coming out of it on the left-hand side.
Yep. Weird shape.
You know, I was just like, because everybody was shilling Corsair. I think Bajira, the streamer, was shilling Corsair, and I was like, Corsair, Corsair, Corsair. But like, the best mice at that point, I think, were Zowie, but I just didn't want to spend the money on a brand new Zowie mouse. So I
Yep.
landed on maining a wireless G403 for a while.
Yeah. Solid choice.
Yeah.
Oh dang. On Etsy, an FK2 wireless with the Divina blue. Oh, that's nice.
3395 sensor.
That's nice. I don't know what PCB he's using there. Oh, it's a Zowie PCB?
Oh,
How?
with a 3395 sensor.
Oh, is this actually an FK2? It says FK2 in the mold here.
Oh,
Hmm.
they
Oh,
have the FK2 DW, right?
yeah, that must be. And then
You
it's
should also
weird.
have
It's
it.
a split. Yeah, I don't recognize this PCB and has the Zowie Z on it. And this is a wireless PCB. I mean, you have the controller here. You have a
Mm-hmm.
battery. So yeah, he just shell swapped it. I didn't think about that. You can shell swap a. Bro, maybe I have to pick up a Zowie now because you can get a glossy Divina colorway, dude.
With
Um,
the latest specs. Yeah.
Man, I have like yellow logo Zowies here. Anyway, hey, so I talk about like career days to kids, and like one thing I show them are like ways you can see things, how things are manufactured. Have you ever wondered what these little circles are on the plastic? Have you seen these before?
I think you mentioned this before, actually. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna repeat myself then.
That's fine. That's
um,
fine. Yeah.
Injection molding witness marks.
I believe you said it was like the pieces come breaking off, leave those like marks on there, like when you
Sort of.
or something
So,
about it. I don't remember fully,
is
but
this
yeah.
GIF? This GIF sucks. Let's get a not sucky GIF. Yeah. All right. Not sucky GIF. Okay. Sucky website. Open in an image in a new tab. So this is injection molding. You have two halves of a die. You inject liquid plastic. You cool down the liquid till it's solid, and then you open the mold and you can pop out the part. Um, these white things you saw here, those are called ejector pins. So they push the part out, and the plastic's still kind of hot and melty and soft at that point. So if we go back to, oh, oh crap, I'm gonna miss the Etsy link, aren't I? I wonder if I can just, oh, here we go. Here we go. You can see those pin marks are all around kind of the outside because you want to press it, and you want to press it pretty evenly too so it doesn't like get stuck. Anyway, yeah, witness marks. Yeah, you'll find anything that you have plastic in your life that's injection molded, you'll see witness marks. They usually get good at hiding them though, like they're obviously on the inside of the mouse here.
Cool.
Yeah. Um, I guess that just about does it for the stream. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. I don't know. If you are an audio only listener and you want us to like explain things more, leave a comment because we don't know what we're doing. But if you enjoyed the podcast, otherwise, please consider subscribing. New episodes come out every Friday. Feel free to share it with your fellow mouse nerds too. If you have a question or want to submit a topic for discussion, leave it in the comments below. We do read every single comment. We'll be back next Friday with another episode. So we'll see you all then.
We'll see you.